Welcome to Self-Love Journey series. Today is our fourth meeting and I'm going to introduce you today to something that is going to help you on your journey. And that is going to be a circle of empowerment. So basically, let's start from the beginning. Anything that we create in our reality and we want to create in our reality to feel happier, to follow our passions, to follow our dreams, has a pattern, right? I created this pattern to visualize you energetically, mentally, and physically, how you can align with the true version of yourself. So let's start from the beginning. Being, energetic clarity. So when we have energetic clarity, which comes from the beingness, which comes from aligning with yourself, with your essence, you feel energetic clarity, right? So being in energetic clarity helps you basically move forward in life. It helps you to take action that is aligned with you. And trust me, if you master that, it's going to really help you in life, because before taking any action, you need to see first whether this action is aligned, whether you're aligned with your thoughts, words, and physical actions that you take. So when you actually act from alignment, you're going to get further in life. When you act out of alignment, the actions you take are going to take longer. So you're going to feel like you're chasing something, like you're in a hurry, like you're basically chasing something that is never, it's always out of reach, and you're always chasing something. When you take aligned action, it actually pushes you further, right? Because when you act out of alignment, you're acting in resistance to something. You are resisting an aspect of yourself that you're not addressing, for example. So to act in alignment, from a state of alignment, means that you act from a state of empowerment. You act in alignment with your truth, with your personal truth, with your values, with what you want, with what you need. When you act out of alignment, once again, you resist something that is currently happening in your reality. It can be an emotion that is suppressed. It can be a situation that is not addressed. It can be anything. I think mainly, to be honest, what puts us out of alignment is life situations. So either someone around you, a person, or your emotion, or your belief. So those are the examples, right? Your beliefs can stop you, your emotions that you're not allowing yourself to feel and address them, or a person that affected your reality, right? And how you feel. So when you take the time to actually process what is happening, and when you take the time to actually process what I am going through in this moment, what does it say to me? What does it say to me? What does it say to me about myself? Take time to value this. This is very important, so you can enter the state of energetic clarity and the state of beingness. You know how, you know the sign yin yang, right? This is a very basic sign that represents life. Okay, let's write it down. Okay, let's say this is a yin yang sign, right? I didn't take much time to perfect it, but let's say it's a yin yang, right? it is exactly about that. Yin Yang is about understanding that life is about duality, which I talked about on this channel a lot. And when you are in a state of energetic clarity, it comes from this understanding that life is about duality, being and doing, right? So when the being and doing is aligned, you can feel it energetically. It's a different state of being, it's a different frequency. When you are acting in alignment with yourself, it is a completely different state of being. It's a different energetic field that you're creating. So now in this state of being, energetic field that is in alignment with yourself, there opens a whole new universe of opportunities and possibilities that are aligned with you, that are much more compatible with your needs and wants. Now, in this state of being, once you take your time to process anything that you need to, which we talked about, it can be an emotion, it can be a person that triggered something, triggered an emotion or a belief. Usually, once again, I'm going to say it comes to these, I would minimize it even to those two things. I don't think there is anything other than that, if we could minimize it to two, that distracts us, that causes any type of dissatisfaction. It's either an emotion that is suppressed and not addressed, or it's a person, whoever that person is, right? Or which connects us to a belief, right? If a person triggered us, it immediately connects to a belief that we have related to that situation, which we take personally and we internalize it. And what I'm talking about here is about a process of integration. So when you work on this process of alignment, it can be also called a process of integration. So this process of integration is when you recognize an aspect of yourself that is in opposition to you, that you recognize an aspect of yourself that is resisting something, right? So you try to soften it. So you try to either understand it, see it and feel it, or you try to basically take it in and soften this, for example, emotion. So there are different techniques to do it, whether you just sit with it. Anyone can have a different technique. You can just sit with it and process on a chair, or you can go for a walk, or you can take a breathing session, breathwork session to do it. You can do any type of thing that basically helps you process that, but the best thing to do is to not do. Let me explain it. When you want to have energetic clarity, you are in the beingness, right? That's being and doing, yin yang, being and doing. So when there is something to address, the best thing to do is to sit with it and just see what is happening. What is happening to your emotional, mental, and physical body? What is truly happening? And try to integrate all aspects of yourself that are against yourself, that are resisting something. So we cannot act from a state of complete alignment, being against of any aspect of this universe. We cannot feel aligned if we are acting against anything in this existence, right? So that's why this state of being is a state of empowerment, because this is a state of change. This is a state of alignment, which can lead to changing something for better. If we act in resistance to reality, if we act against something in this world, we actually act against who? Ourselves. everything is in this universe is based on the law of mirroring, also called law of attraction. So law of attraction and law of mirroring is the same thing. Everything serves as a mirror to yourself. So if you understand it, you know that you cannot act against any aspect of yourself, because this is an act of war, I would say, initiation to war with your own self. And that leads to nowhere, basically. So energetic clarity is something that is a constant practice, and anytime there is something that you need to address and feel into it, sit with it, be with it, try to practice this this not doing, actually, which is just being and feeling what is it that I need to let go of, or what is it that I need to see that is happening within me. Now, once you have this energetic clarity, you have a sense of, I know what to do. I know which direction I want to go. Whether that is a passion, a need, a want, a desire, an activity. You have a sense of clarity and pull towards the doing. Just the same today, I had the pull towards doing of this video, which had to be rooted in my aligned beingness, in my energetic clarity. Now, the doing will feel like an alignment too, because it is coming from a pure place. It is coming from energetic clarity. You will feel like this doing actually has a purpose. This doing is what I'm supposed to be doing. Now, getting to results. So when you're doing, you're getting results in the through the doing. You go to getting results. And getting results is the receiving process, which is very, very important, because if in the doing we feel like, oh my goodness, we depleted our energy. In the doing, we lost ourselves completely. We feel drained energetically. We feel depleted. We feel like, again, miserable. Then it's not going to get us anywhere. So that's why aligned doing is very important. While you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you will never feel like energetically depleted. And that is the difference between aligned action and misaligned action, which leads ultimately to happiness. If you take aligned action, it leads to happiness. If you constantly take misaligned action, unfortunately, you will be miserable. So let's assume that you took an aligned action following this pattern that I am introducing you today. Getting results equals receiving. So now you need to develop the willingness to receive. So with your conscious mind and your free will, you open yourself up to receiving. Getting results is what actually you created. So if you see a result after an aligned action, you see a very deeply rooted value in yourself. You see a deeply rooted alignment between a thought, an idea, and aligned physical action in the physical reality. So physical reality manifests what you wanted through this process. Getting results, once again, I'm going to say it because that was for me quite an epiphany, equals receiving. In this process, you must allow yourself to receive. You must allow yourself to acknowledge the doing and acknowledge the skills that you gained in this process. You must acknowledge the value in yourself. You must acknowledge the worthiness in yourself. You must acknowledge that whatever you've been engaging in the process of aligned action was what you were supposed to be doing and is what you want to do. It is meeting your need. Therefore, you feel safer, you feel more accomplished, you feel more confident, and you feel much more purposeful in life. And that is a state of receiving again, right? No resistance to reality. You are doing what you're supposed to be doing, so there is no resistance. Now, once you gain wisdom, knowledge in certain area of life in the process of doing what you're aligned with the doing, whether it's a skill, it can be an art piece. I'm going to show you just a few examples so you can understand what I mean. Now, you created a book. It is wisdom that you put in a form of a book in a paper. Another example, you created an art piece, a painting, a drawing. You created a bottle, and this bottle helps people to drink clean water from a glass. You created a piece of clothing that makes people feel good, that even better, it is organic, is well thought, is a thoughtful process of creation. It is mindful process of creation. Now, once you received those few little examples, you understand what I mean. So, in the process of creating something, whether it's a skill, dancing skill, acting skill, writing skill, painting skill, drawing skill, knowledge about nutrition, knowledge about water, physical body knowledge, sports, tennis, how to make your own clothes, how to do handmade products at home. It can be anything, you understand? Now, this is called an aligned sharing in my pattern of energetic clarity. Aligned sharing happens after the process of getting results, which is receiving what you have created. So you embarked on the process of creating it, and now you can feel the worth in whatever you have created. Therefore, you decide to share it again. It is an aligned sharing. This aligned sharing gives you again a sense of belonging with the community, with friends, with the society. It gives you a sense of, I am here, a part of the whole. I'm not alone. We are not meant to feel alone in this society. Therefore, every single individual has something valuable to share. When you practice aligned sharing, it gives you an immense sense of purpose. It gives you an incredible sense of confidence. It gives you an incredible sense of worthiness and a sense of being impactful, a sense of purpose that is serving others with a knowledge, with a skill, with a practice, with a technique. And again, you are in energetic clarity because you completed a cycle that was aligned with your true self. So you start again, you have energetic clarity. You address anything that you learned in the process. You make an adjustment. Whatever didn't feel right, whatever you can improve. You make little adjustments, entering a second cycle. So you make those adjustments. What is it that I'm now willing to put my energy into? So you sit with it, you integrate any aspects of yourself that are in opposition to yourself, that are against yourself, and you start again with a clear intention on this self-love journey, because the doing must be aligned with the true self, which is the self-love journey all about. So once you have the energetic clarity, you move into the aligned action and the doing. Then you're getting results, you're seeing new skills being born, you see new you being born, you see a new version of you being born in the process, you see new aspects of yourself that you probably haven't experienced before, or maybe haven't even explored it. And therefore, you feel like you're receiving. You're receiving knowledge, you're receiving something new, you're receiving new aspects of yourself. And you share it, you give it. It's very important. This aspect is very extremely important. To close this cycle, it is beneficial if you share it. It allows you to ground yourself, to pass the knowledge on to people, to feel fulfilled, to feel happy, to feel, again, aligned with whatever was created. So write it down for yourself, please. And thank you so much for this video. Please take aligned action and never be afraid to start over in the cycle, adjusting the reality to your needs. Thank you.